Fox News Alert, as we watch video of new protests around the world today, we are getting word that Google has blocked access in some parts of the world now to this controversial video. And we are hearing that it nonetheless rejected a request by the White House to reconsider its decision to keep it online at all on YouTube. Joining me now is Judge Andrew Napolitano. He's a Fox News senior judicial analyst. So you've got this video. There's no question it led to some of these protests. Not all of them necessarily, but some of them. And the White House calls up Google, which owns YouTube, and says, we strongly encourage you to review your decision to keep it online.
Right.
They say, we reviewed it and we're keeping it. Does that raise First Amendment questions?
It does raise First Amendment questions. Just as a baseline, the First Amendment governs the government. It doesn't govern Google. So Google is free to permit what it wants on YouTube or to take down what it wants on YouTube. But the First Amendment question that is raised, Megan, is whenever the government puts a little pressure on somebody, tries to get them to do something it wants, and the person is free to resist the government. With respect to speech, the courts call that chilling, meaning that Google would think twice in the future about doing something like this because, we don't want to have to deal with the government. And other people would think that way. And the government is not permitted to chill speech. It is not permitted to deter people from the free exercise of their speech because the government doesn't like the speech or doesn't like the reaction to the speech.
They already said that they're censoring the video, Google is, in India and Indonesia. They've also blocked it in Egypt and Libya because of laws there that make this kind of speech illegal. So those are their laws. But the laws in this country allow this kind of speech, do they not?
Absolutely. This speech is absolutely protected in this country.
So why would the White House, does it make sense, though, that the White House would lean on them, notwithstanding the First Amendment, because we've seen such an uproar?
Well, for the White House, taking this down would be a quick and down and dirty solution to it. The reason I say down and dirty is because the solution for bad speech, hate speech, junk speech, garbage speech, whatever you want to call this, is not censorship, it's more speech. But censorship is a lot easier for the White House. My own view is, I'm very happy that Google didn't take it down. Not because I want to see the kind of riots that we're seeing, but because mature, intelligent people should be able to view this thing and decide for themselves whether it is truly the cause of these riots or whether it is a pretext for the cause of these riots.
It.
I've watched it. It is one of the most inarticulate, inaccurate, poorly produced pieces of junk you've ever seen. And you could interpret it however you want. It's hard to believe that this 13.5-minute clip has inspired tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of people around the world to rally as they have, to demonstrate as they have, to burn and to kill. But the administration wants us to believe it's not the administration's policies that have generated this behavior. It's this one idiotic piece of so-called film which has been out there for 2 months.
Eugene Volokh, who's a big First Amendment attorney and a brilliant guy when it comes to the First Amendment.
We both know him.
He's got a great blog, and he came out in his blog and said that the problem in encouraging Google or in getting a private company to curtail speech like this is it's like paying the ransom. And it only invites more bad behavior because the next time somebody does something that offends these radical Islamists, they're going to remember that we bowed this time, and they're going to do something even more incendiary.
You know, Google has some people that work there who agree with Professor Volokh and who agree with you and me on this. Google exists to return money to its shareholders, but occasionally it defends freedom. And by not taking this down, it is defending freedom.
Judge Napolitano, always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you. Good to be here.